I want to thank the DA for having us again. This is the 6th Art of Healing event that's taken place in Manhattan over the last 5 years. The 4th right here in East Harlem. It was birthed at PS7 5 years ago, and it is a delight for us to be back. I want to share 2 ideas with everybody. We're gathered to celebrate the power of art as an antidote to trauma. There's a famous quote, I forget the artist who said it, but he said, if your heart is broken, make art with the pieces. The art of healing is to recognize it is a process. It is not a destination. We experience all kinds of violence in our lives. Gun violence is perhaps the most dramatic, or one of the most dramatic expressions. But how many times do we experience broken relationships, physical violence, emotional violence, and our hearts are rended into pieces? If we're not careful, it's easy to be defined and limited by the pain of the experience, to allow the circumstances to motivate or inhabit our future, to be limited by that trauma. The art of healing is to recognize that in the midst of the brokenness, we have the power of choice, the power to reimagine our possibilities, to not be limited by the circumstances, and to envision a world that doesn't yet exist, including the healing of our broken lives. And when we enter into that, we create new possibilities. I want to thank all of the partners that are here today. The second idea reminds us that tomorrow is a big day for 2 reasons. It is both Father's Day and Juneteenth. We remember Juneteenth because there's a difference between legal emancipation and actual freedom. The freedom that is a lived experience, right? And the ability to enter into that freedom begins with a mind shift. It begins when people understand the power of that freedom. And we don't move from one kind of slavery to another kind of slavery. Violence is slavery. Violence constricts us. And if we're not willing to see the possibilities, we remain limited by that pain. The other thing about tomorrow is Father's Day. Anybody can make a baby, but not everybody can be a father. If we want to see our lives and our neighborhoods and our communities resilient, the power of fatherhood, the power of stewardship, the power that says yes to the responsibility to do life with our children, to reimagine a future that is bigger than our limitations of our past. That's the beauty of this weekend. I want to thank everybody again, all the partners that have come out, and especially all the students. I'm going to ask every student who is in the schoolyard, you have an important assignment right now. If you're an activity station and you've got kids, pay attention. I'm going to ask all the children that are here to come up to the stage, and we're going to take a picture with Councilmember Ayala, Deputy Speaker of the Council, and our very own District Attorney, because you are the reason, you are the motivator